Okay. Gotta make sure the lighting is good. There we go. Looks fine. You're not gonna be seeing me head on because I got this connected to my CRT. Sounds like I could have the audio on, maybe. Okay. Make sure everything's working. Turn that off. And we'll get things started. This is not going to be very long. Probably 20-30 minutes tops. Let's see. Is it showing up? Doesn't look like it. Hold on. Oh. Is it working now? It was working. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me restart so you all get all the intro. I don't think the audio is coming through, so let me reset the audio. You don't need to hear it necessarily. It's always gotta give me issues, doesn't it? Okay, let's try that. Now it's working. Cool. Make sure that's quiet enough so that you can hear my voice. It could probably be a little louder. Of course, we're picking Jill. Why wouldn't we? I have not beaten this version of the game yet. But I'm working on it. While the intro is playing, I'm gonna pop into the kitchen and...
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe
Oh.
it's Chris.
Hang on. Okay, so the retro console apparently... Why does that have an audio input if it doesn't pick up audio. Is it still going? Yeah, it's still going. I don't know.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Me too. I'm gonna turn off my audio input from YouTube now, so I'm not desyncing with what they're actually saying. I think I'm gonna have OBS open to make sure I'm not picking up any of the CRT noise. And we can just ignore this dude. It's probably better to do that anyways, so.
Barry?
What is it?
Okay,
Watch out!
clearly that's
It's a
too loud.
Let me take care of this.
I mean, it's synced up with the audio in game anyways, but I'd rather not pick up feedback
What is it?
from my mic, you know.
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature.
One solution I could have
Anyway,
is
let's
really
report
it's
this to
about
Wesker.
it's not really about listening to the game on the CRT. It's more so about playing the game on the CRT. I'm pretty sure properties, no. Filters, no. Okay, now I can hear it. Is that causing issues? Let me check. I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was looping the same audio or not.
Help me look
But
for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall
I
for
can
the
keep the
time
TV
being.
volume off and have the volume run through my computer instead. Wesker! I'd love to play. Oh,
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And...
agreed.
Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Okay. I'm gonna pause right here for a quick second.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall.
And I'm going to I accidentally turned my volume down instead
This
of
time
muting.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna go fix up my cup of tea and I'll be right back. I think I might need to turn my audio up a little. My mic. Hang on. Let's turn that up to 115 is probably fine. Yeah, I think that works. All right. I am a Resident Evil aficionado and a fun fact machine / autismo machine for the series. And this game in particular, I got a whole bunch of useless fun facts about this game, this series, but yeah, this game specifically. I'm noticing my mic is maybe a little too high now. That might be better. I'm an aficionado. Fun fact freak, you might say. I know a lot about this game that, normal people don't. This is the short of it. Seems like my audio is a little bit desynced, but he's Kenneth from the Stars Bravo team. Now he's become a mere shadow of his former self. I could basically blow all of my fun facts tonight. Maybe. Depends on how long I run, but my plan is like 30 minutes, 45, give or take. I gotta get up pretty early tomorrow. And I still wanted to do something, but I didn't want to do something super involved because like I said, I know this game really well. Pick up and put down. But one fact I can share that I think is pretty benign. Most people would discover this upon purchasing and playing the game on any PlayStation console anyways. This game this isn't the real insert I need to buy in insert and manual. This game is the original Resident Evil, which means I'm using the D-pad to control the game, and that also means if I press the center button to activate the analog sticks, all the buttons stop working because it doesn't recognize any of the inputs once those analog sticks are active. From Director's Cut on, I think 2 might have come first. This 96, 2 was 98. I think Director's Cut might have been 99. So I think from 2 onward, they had the DualShock functionality. So when inevitably we make it to 3, I will be using the DualShock for general movement, but for more precise stuff, the D-pad is better anyways. I've not tried. 2 is still coming in the mail. I think it's supposed to come the 8th? The 8th or the 9th or something. It might come earlier than that. But my guess is that the 64 controller is the same kind of deal where you could use the center control stick, but you can also just use the C buttons or D-pad or whatever. Because there's a D-pad up there, C buttons off to the side. Anyways. Ah. Such a fitting song for this game. I can't explain why I think that. I just think that Moonlit Sonata works, I would say not with every Resident Evil game, but pretty much every single one. You get slotted in somewhere. It would fit. It makes sense. Especially the first 4. I think 2 and 3 might be pushing it a little bit, but 1, 4, 7, maybe, but 8. I haven't played 7 and 8 yet. I know, fake fan. But based on what I've seen of those games, 8 especially, is taking inspiration both from 1 at certain parts and 4 at a lot of parts. Something that sounds. I always thought Moonlit Sonata sounded kind of tragic, or something, because we played Faith on, when was that, Saturday, Friday, and he uses that in Chapter 1. We didn't play through Chapter 1, but we hear it in Chapter 1, and we did get the endings, the different endings. And I think for that chapter and for John Ward's story, it's tragic, it's fitting. That song sounds tragic. So for a setting like this, I think that it fits too, Maybe I'm looking too deep into this, but I think music is so important to... Oops. You gotta put the relief in. It's so important, it's integral to a lot in a game. If your music sucks, then what's the, where's the driving force? I mean... Imagine if something like... Imagine if something like Ocarina of Time had a crummy soundtrack. Sure, people would still recognize the game was good, but there's so many people that go back to songs from that game to... better example, Donkey Kong Country 2. If songs like Sticker Brush Symphony didn't exist, I don't think that game would be nearly as fondly remembered as it is. Yeah, I know, and those internet checkpoint things exist, and Sticker Bush, isn't it Sticker Bush? It's fake fan. But yeah, Sticker. Now I'm doubting myself. Is it Sticker Bush or Sticker Brush? I need to know. It is Sticker Brush. Alright. I knew I wasn't wrong. I'm never wrong. Okay, I'm never wrong when it comes to video games. Most of the time. Bear with me. Not like I need it at this point, but let's get our map of the first floor of the mansion. I've played through this game in one way or another so many times. Okay. So map of the first floor. I don't even remember what they put back here. I think it's an extra clip. Maybe it's some ink ribbons. You can just kick his head off. Don't have to worry about wasting anything. Ink ribbon. Okay. Yeah, in this game they only give you 2 per set, whereas in the remake they give you 3. It's a carving of a shield. They do change the order in the GameCube to the 2001 GameCube remake. I found that interesting. I don't know why they decided to do that, but... Oh, I can't move that one. I can move that one. You can tell because it's a little bit different. Nope. Come on, Jill. Maybe I should just leave. These guys are so much more annoying to deal with without auto lock on, you know? It's just, if I don't have the space, it's not worth it. Well, I'm sorry, Jill. I didn't model your face. Don't be angry with me. We might have to run through that hallway again, but I don't think we're gonna need to, honestly. In this game, you also cannot reload while aiming. I think. I haven't tried it. I don't have a manual to check to see if I'm wrong about that or not either, so for the time being, what I have to do is either run out of the clip or this. I don't know why it didn't play the intro cutscene, but maybe that's something that maybe I accidentally skipped it, or something that only plays one time? I doubt it. I don't think that's the case. But I think all that's in here is the shotgun. Nice. I'm pretty sure the only time they use live actor faces for the camera thing, you know. But activate the cutscene. There we
Hey,
go.
what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down. Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a better time now than ever to mention all of these voice actors were amateur, and all of them were given one take. So everything you hear in the game is a first take. You gotta give these guys a little bit of grace because Capcom didn't. There's no quick turn, I keep forgetting. These guys make incredibly goofy sound effects. I'm here for it. Oh, really? I pressed the X button. These are stupid dogs. Now we're starting all over again. That's my one. You can't judge me for it. That's my one. Actually, hang on. No, that's not what I wanted to do. We're not playing as Chris. Ah! I don't think I can skip dialogue. I don't think I can, but if I can, I will. I'll pick up the pace because of my bad choice. I had the health spray. It wasn't a bad situation, but even I was in danger. I should have used it. That's on me. Okay. Yeah, looks like I'll have to select new game. Now you get a chance to watch the intro.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City. where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
Found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
I'm not gonna get to mention this in the next streams, because we're not gonna be watching the intro again. It's only at the beginning of a new game.
It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
There's a cut of this in full color where they show more of the arm that Chris, or I think it's
Hey! Come here!
Joseph picks up an arm. They actually show the severed part of that arm. And there's a different dog attack scene too that's not as zoomed in. You see more of the dogs chasing them.
No! Don't go!
Beautiful.
Jill, run for that house!
I love this game. That, what we just saw, this, undeniably pretty bad.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
Oh yeah. The other
What is this?
cutscene I wanted to mention
Wow. What a
was
mansion!
hang on, so I'm not getting talked over. The other cutscene I wanted to mention was, you guys can't hear it, I muted it. The whatever, I'll unmute it.
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris.
The intro
Now,
with the
Jill,
zombie head,
Can you go?
I'm going with
where
you.
the zombie looks
Chris
up
is our
and,
old partner, you know.
you see kind of like the blood
Okay,
dripping.
let
Originally,
me
they
handle
animated
this.
a CGI kind of like half zombie head. You can see the face eaten. There's an eyeball sticking out. I don't know why
Stay
they cut
alert.
it. Maybe because they thought it was a little too graphic. But they put it back in the director's cut, which is one of the only good changes they made there. I think adding back in the original color intro and footage,
A dining
zombie,
room.
or first zombie footage thing. One of the only good things they changed between that and the original.
What? What is this?
I'll be quicker, I promise.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other
I'll probably get up
clues.
to the
I'll
first
be examining
storage
this.
room, save room,
Hope this is
and
not
save there
Chris's
and
blood.
call it a night. It'll be pretty fast, but you know. Can I grab this first? I can. We're gonna need it. You see this scene here? Or am I misremembering? I don't think I'm misremembering. I think there's two alternate scenes. The one is the director's cut with the CGI zombie head flopping
Barry?
on the floor.
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
I'm remembering. I think I'm remembering wrong. I think the other cutscene I'm thinking of is in the remake, where it's still, 3D animated, but it looks photorealistic.
Help me look for him, Jill.
It looks better.
And don't
I
leave
can
this
say
hall
that.
for the time being.
But, I'm pretty sure the only plan for these two, so the one that we see in the original and the one in the director's cut, and then the remake, they
Find
tweaked
anything,
it a
Jill?
little to be a bit more
Nothing.
scary.
What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This
No, you
mansion
won't.
is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
I don't remember what I was saying now. I'll probably remember it later. But... Oh! Yeah. I mentioned the control scheme at the beginning of the live stream. They made a unique controller specifically for Resident Evil games, but I think it came out for Resident Evil 1. And I know Categories talks about it. The right half of the controller is shaped like a handgun. And it's only got a D-pad, so you could use it on all three games, technically speaking. I would purchase it, but it's stupidly expensive, and my pockets are not endless. You will see it eventually on the channel, when I get maybe green screen curtain or something, but definitely a better camera. Right now I got the laptop just set up on a chair, pointed at me. You're seeing a little bit of different view of my room. No full tour yet. Not yet. I should focus on moving into this room. But I did buy a peripheral that I want to do a video series on just because it's interesting, I think would be the best way to describe it. and it would be a challenge to play games with it. I just think if you know, you know. It, honestly, I probably paid more for it than I should have. I think I paid about $90 for the set. 75 to 90, something like that. And it's, you know, it's just plastic. But it's pretty cool plastic, I have to admit. So I'm not too what's the word I'm looking for? Hurt, I guess, financially, especially from that, considering I used it a lot, you know, just goof off and whatnot. It's not practical, other than for the game that it was designed for, and that's kind of the point. That's the point of the video series that I want to do, is that it's not very practical, and it's probably going to be pretty hard on my hands later down the line. I mean, even when I play Resident Evil 4 with it, which you think would be a good idea, you know, it is until you need to press the A button or go into the menu. Again, if you know, you know. But I honestly don't think a lot of people, even my age, who are fans of the series would know about what I'm talking about. Over the summer, one of the YouTube, I don't regularly watch her, but she doesn't typically play video games. She usually does like political commentary or social commentary type stuff. She decided she wanted to play Resident Evil 1 Remake. And being the Resident Evil 1 fan, of course, you know, I had to tune in, see what was going on. Me and a few other people kept shouting in the chat where she needed to go, what she needed to pick up. Fresh save file, you know, brand new. So she hadn't done really anything yet in the game. We were just yelling in the text chat, my gosh, you gotta pick up the Jade Arrow. You need the sword key. You need the Jade Arrow to get the sword key. So, you know, it's a little bit of good fun. That was much better. There's some more ammo. Now, I'm always bringing up Elisa because it reminds me a decent amount of this game. Especially some of the backgrounds, the pre-rendered backgrounds that Casper uses. I get so many. That's what he was going for, you know. But there's certain spots in the game that I think his inspiration is clear. Like you look at like some of this wallpaper and then you play Elisa, look at some of that wallpaper and you're like, oh, but yeah, obviously. I forgot to get the key. I got so excited. But there's certain times you'll see wallpaper here. Certain times you'll see wallpaper in Elisa or rooms in Elisa, and you're like, I don't know what part of Resident Evil this was inspired by. or what part of Resident Evil this room in Elisa was inspired by. They don't. I don't want to say they get outlandish, because that's not true at all.
Hey, what's going on?
We already heard this
Jill?
cutscene, so
Is that you, Jill? What
I'll
happened?
talk over it.
Perry,
Maybe I'll turn it
help
down a
me,
little.
please. The door won't open. Quick.
But most of the time, especially in the main mansion and some of the rooms in the fun house, it's obvious how much inspiration he gained from this game in particular,
Too close.
and
We're almost to
that's
Jill
something
7.
special, you
You're
know.
right.
The way that he
Perry's been
managed to
saving my life.
capture the essence of Resident Evil
Barry,
1 in
didn't you
the
say you're
manner
going
that he
back to the
did,
dining room to
I
do some
think
research?
is
Why on earth are you
fantastic.
here?
I'm so excited for Elisa the Party
Just
coming
had
out
something I wanted to check.
soonish.
Now,
I think
let's get back
2026
to
was the
searching for the
projected
lost
date,
captain and
but I
crew,
could be
shall we?
wrong about that. Sometime in spring of
Thank you,
2026.
Barry.
Um, I'm looking forward to that a lot, especially considering I got a buddy who's it's supposed to be remote play or split screen or something, and I got a buddy who's really wanting to play some of that with me. So I'm gearing up for that. I don't think he's ever played a tank control survival horror game in his life. So that'll be a new experience. Certainly not a bad one. I think that every horror video game fan needs to experience. I was talking about rooms that remind me of Elisa, or rooms in Elisa that remind me of Resident Evil. This cabinet full of bones. Yeah, that's giving me major Elisa vibes, especially considering the story. The story of that game. Seeing all the bones, it's awesome. But I think what I was saying about horror, I think any fans of horror video games, or survival horror video games more specifically, I don't think it needs to be that broad to make it horror. You know, some people really like, what's it called? Outlast. I've heard a lot of good from Outlast, but I'm going to cite Kedikris again. He said it's basically Mirror's Edge with a horror game disguise. You know, it's still kind of spooky sometimes, but it's, you know, you're mostly just vaulting over stuff. No, I'm talking survival horror, like, to an extent, I'll say Five Nights at Freddy's, because it kind of, sort of is survival horror. You know, the new Silent Hill stuff, the new Resident Evil stuff, any of the new, you know, like Signalis, that's on my list, I gotta play that. Crow Country, that one's on the list, gotta play that. We'll get to it, I hope, fingers crossed. Because November, it's Zelda month, and I'm gonna be either playing Zelda games and editing that, or just streaming them. I think this year I might try doing Twilight Princess. I started doing those Ocarina of Time videos, but I didn't get a lot of positive feedback from people. Not negative feedback necessarily, but, you know, like, I don't really care. So I don't know if I do a video series, but maybe some live streams, just, you know, whoever wants to check in can check in. Twilight Princess is my favorite game, and I replay it every year anyways. Not just favorite Zelda, I'm talking of all time. That is my favorite game of all time. So that's I'm considering that one. I have all of the 3D Zeldas minus. I don't have a physical version of the Majora's Mask cartridge. Let's see what. Wind Waker. I don't have the original Wind Waker. I do have HD. I have the Wii version of Twilight Princess. Other than that, I don't think I'm missing any of the 3D Zeldas. I'm definitely missing a lot of the 2D stuff and a majority of the multiplayer games too. But yeah, you know, I'm not too concerned about getting those checked off my have or don't have list. Okay, that guy's actually down now. I like the noises they make in this game. I think they're fun. Goofy zombies. You unlock it. And that one used the shield key. If we just unlocked it, you know. It didn't say use lockpicks. So. We gotta look for the puddle of blood. If the puddle's blood is there, then we got him. If it's not there, we gotta take him out a couple more times, you know. I gotta say, I love the interface of these early menus. This one and 3 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, the Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, so cool. Awesome interface. I've been looking for a HUD of some sort for TF2 that kind of replicates that. Nothing. Can't find a thing. So let me grab these. Just do that now. I could have sworn there's some more ink ribbons in here, but maybe not. We're gonna need that over in the other area. Is there one of... Not yet. I want to put some more stuff in the chest. Okay, now we're set. This first file, I'm not going to overwrite that. I think I did beat Jan the Snake in that one. We'll get to that, I promise. Well, we saved. So I'll turn off the console. I'm playing this on my PS2, by the way. I don't have a PS1 or a PSX original, because I don't plan on playing any PS3 games, because most of what I could play on PS3 is on Xbox 360 or Wii or something, and I have an Xbox One that can play 360. So we'll see what I do with that. I'll turn these back on. Oop, I think that's the wrong thing. Yeah, I did that wrong thing. The stream is about an hour. Looking at it, I'm hoping that I get to this sooner tomorrow night. I just really wanted to get some Marvel Rivals in, and I didn't know how I felt about streaming something live service yet. I'll probably do that with Team Fortress 2 when the MVM update comes out. My fingers are crossed for new Australians, or hell, even new weapons. You know, Fists of Steel were a MVM weapon, new to the game through an MVM update. But I'm not holding out that much hope. Yeah, hopefully I can get to this sooner tomorrow night. I will be streaming more Resident Evil 1. When Resident Evil 2 gets shipped here, I could probably get this game done. One more 3-hour stream, maybe 3.5, but it's not that long of a game. When Resident Evil 2 gets here, I'll start that. Probably, I'm projecting, hopefully it gets here Monday. I'm projecting if it gets here Monday, I'll probably start that Wednesday. Resident Evil 3 is a bit of a longer game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, with all the stuff I wanted to do this month, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it by the end of the month, because I do want to play Crow Country. I might get Signalis, we'll see. I've had a a high recommendation for that game, and from the trailers it looks good. So Elisa, I've gotten the speedrun achievement for that. I could get Elisa done in one stream. The time that it took for me to beat Faith Chapter 2 plus its prologue, I think was about 2.5 hours. And Elisa, I think the achievement was 2.5 hours. So yeah, I could probably get that done in 5 hours is probably good for a typical stream. Half of that, I could probably do that in half time. Hopefully I can get to Crow Country. Hopefully I can get to Elisa. Maybe I'll get to Signalis. I do want to do Resident Evil 2. I do want to do Resident Evil 3. We'll see about the professional S Plus in Assignment Ada. That might end up being a video instead. But it depends on how long that takes me, I think. That might end up being pushed to November, but I want to focus on Zelda during November because it's Zelda month. Yeah, keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your minds open, because I don't know how much of what I'm gonna get to. I know this. 1 will be finished. 2 will probably be finished. I'll get to Crow Country. We'll see about 3. I'll get to Crow Country and Elisa. I'll add that in because, again, I know that game like the back of my hand. It'll be snapped on, I think that is all. It's creeping up into my bedtime. It's getting late. Hopefully I'll jump on earlier tomorrow, but we'll see. Good morning, good evening, good night. Thank you for tuning in. We're small but mighty. Hopefully we get some more viewers here in the future. And God bless you, wherever you may be. Bye-bye.